very hot minutes. It's my last video. Welcome to Solarad. My name is Rami and I'll be your host again as usual. And so today, before I start, how's everyone doing? I'm doing great. The summer has been like, I guess, simmering down slowly but surely here in Texas. And the temperatures are getting better, so it's nice to be out sometimes. And it's getting cooler in the morning, so I kind of like that because sometimes I go for a walk in the mornings, but typically in the evenings I go for walks. But yeah, how's everyone doing? I'm doing okay. Of course, I'm here shooting a video. Anyway, guys, so today I wanted to talk about just a conversation I had with an older friend of mine. Now, she's like a big sister to me, and we talked about just friendships, like adult friendships. And it's just the question of, she was like, I'm weary of making adult friendships, and I asked her why. She said because it's always easier when the people that have known you since you were younger or at a certain age, it's easier to deal with them because everybody kind of understands, this other person's quirks, how the person works. Then when you're older, it's like, okay, I don't need any more new friends. It's like, okay, I'm cool. But then you come across people along your path and you're like, how do I maneuver that relationship? Because then you have to learn people, relearn people, and do all this stuff, right? And I was like, because I think someone like me, I'm a friendly person by my nature, but the thing is, I know although I laugh with a lot of people, I also understand like where my limits are. And I also like to watch people and figure out the category of relationships, so where you fall in the ladder, right? Because I'm not gonna come into your life today and expect or think, oh, I'm gonna be number one. Actually, as a matter of fact, if I meet you today and we're pretty cool and you're like, oh, she's like my best friend, I'll be like, ma'am, no, we're not best friends, right? But she made me think about my own life, right? Going back from childhood, and I realized like at every stage of my life, I've had friends and new friends that I made along the way. I was in boarding school. I had friends there. I left and went to a day school. I had made new friends there, and then came to America, and a strange land, of course. You don't really know people. At the time, I think I was the only Cameroonian in my school, and I befriended a Congolese girl, and till today we still talk. Like, cause at that stage, you go through your own struggles, and you have this one person that kind of understands the struggle, and you just kind of like push each other. And and with God's grace and mercy, you've made it not made it in life, but you're where you're at now in a better place than you were previously. And then when I think of like when I did my master's, I had new set of friends over there too. I pretty much had one more friend that I had that we became really cool and close, and she taught me a few things about prayer and just general things about life. Like, I learned from her and she learned from me, and I also met really great people there that have become my family. And then of course, then you move out of there. That's college life, if you will. And then you come down, you're like, okay, now I'm in this other life where I'm job hunting and I'm struggling and this. But those people that have already been they've made a significant dent in my life, they're still there. And then of course you have those relationships from when you were younger that even though you guys don't talk as much, you still, talk to each other and stuff like that. But I realized that the people that I met in college that I have a friendship with, I'm actually closer to them than the people that I knew like in high school, for example. And then you realize it becomes an effort, a constant going back and relearning each other and trying to discover, like, is this friendship going to work for me? Just because we were friends back then doesn't mean that we're going to be friends now, right? Or we're going to be good friends now. And I think that's okay for anybody to do, to relearn and try to learn another friend and just be like, oh yeah. And then of course the people in secondary school too, and in boarding school that we were classmates, and then now you're talking more, getting to know each other more, and it's like, is this a friendship that can probably blossom? I think yes, it's because we're in an adulthood is hard enough because you have your problems. And of course you try to figure out who it is that you can talk to that would give you good advice and keep your best interests at heart without having to go make fun of you to somebody else, right? I always think that that's always the non-starter with a lot of people. But even in my adulthood, like not adult, yeah, adulthood, but moving to this new season where I'm job hunting, trying to hustle my way, start my career and everything. I made one or two new friends too in that setting, and they're become like family to me, and I would never give that away for sure. Like we work, and because like with every friendship you give and you take, but also like with most friendships, honesty abounds. It has to be, every foundation has to be built on honesty and trust and things like that. And not that you're not gonna fail, you're gonna fail every now and then, but that's why this is when you fail, is when you see if this person truly wants to be your friend or wants to stay your friend. Now I do get it, because this big sister of mine, she's in her 40s, and it's like, why am I making you friends? And when they're younger than her, it's always a problem, because it's like, you youngins, y'all be like on another tangent and stuff like that. I'm like, no, but you find younger people that are actually very mature. But it was really a good question, like, how do you maneuver those relationships that you make as an adult? Because I think a lot of us, we're at a stage in our lives where we don't want to make new friendships because we're like, kind of what we have is working for us. But how do you maneuver that? Because me, for example, I can talk to I can talk to anybody. But I've also learned along the years to realize that not everybody is my friend just because I talk to you. And we also use this word friend very loosely, because like, they're acquaintances and then they're friends, so you have to figure out, define what that is for you, and then take it from there. But I'm also of the school of thought that don't miss out on what could be potentially a good friend because you're so hung up, like, I don't want to make new friends. Because the truth is, they don't have to be as on 100% as that old friend. But even if they come in at 70% or 80%, and as long as they're feeding you good things, then fine. I still think you can work it out. But as long as, honestly, boundaries, as long as you know what you need to do, I think you're fine. But please let me know in the comment section what your thoughts are about this adult making friends in adult friendships. Just let me know what you think, because I think it's kind of like, depending on who you are, some people are like, no, I'm done, I don't want any more friends. And then some people are like, you know what, that's fine, let's see how it can work. But I personally, I think that as you discover, it's just learn to discover other people, see where they're at, see how they think, and if they fit if they can make you a better person, why not? If they're gonna be just drama, okay, fine. I mean, I get it, run away. And so those are my thoughts on that. So let me know what you think, and thank you guys for watching, liking, subscribing, doing all that good stuff. And let me know what you think again in the comment section, and I will see you guys in the next video. All right, I don't know why I did that, but I did it. Bye, guys.